Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
We've begun to unpack the idea that we have, as believers, a great salvation. And looking at that verse in Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 3, how shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? Today, Kameel, tell us about the balance that we have when we think of God, a just God and a merciful God, because his salvation is great.
The justice of God and the mercy of God. They might in some ways seem like two contradictory notions. Just like the sovereignty of God versus the free will of people. Sound like two contradictory things. They're not. It's just that we as individuals, as humans, despite the fact we're made in the image of God, we're given intelligence, we're given reasoning, but we only know in part. And because we only know in part, we can't see the whole picture. God, by his very nature, is just. In fact, the patriarch Abraham actually put it this way, "Shall not the judge of the whole earth do what is right?" I do believe that Abraham knew that God as judge will do what is right, but he's also appealing to God's nature to make sure that the judge of the whole earth does what is right. Without justice, and we hear this word a lot, Neil, and to be honest, it's often misunderstood and misused. I see justice as very simple. It's where the true judge, which of course is God, because we can trust him. We have human judges that may or may not do the right thing. We have a divine judge. We can trust him. He will always do the right thing. And that he, in his justice, will reward the righteous and he will punish the wicked. That's basically what it boils down to. It's not just God's having a temper tantrum and taking it out on the wicked. No, first of all, he's very, very calm about it all, and he's had plenty of time to process everything. But unless wickedness is judged, then there will never be justice in our world. And if there's no justice in our world, evil will continue. At some point, the gong will sound, the boom gate will come down, and that's it. Whatever people have done, they've done. They're either rewarded or they're punished. And that is a bare bones skeleton of the justice of God.
Kameel, when we come to Christ the first time, usually it's because we're coming because of a recognition of God's merciful love towards us, or we're coming because perhaps there's some sort of awe and fear and a concern about God's justice. I imagine that because we come under either of those two understandings, that as we grow to maturity, we're adjusting ourselves to the opposite side.
Well, when we come to Christ, what we're really supposed to be doing, Neil, and I know it sounds funny, one size fits all, but we're coming to a Savior who gives us a great salvation. If we're coming to Jesus for any other reason, then that is problematic, because his prime mission on this planet, Matthew 1, verse 21, is to save his people from their sins. That was what was announced by an archangel from heaven to Joseph, the husband of Mary. That was his mission. So therefore, when we come to Christ, it's in recognition that we are sinners. We are worthy of divine judgment, but we want to take advantage of divine mercy, or as Romans calls it, the free gift of salvation.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. Find articles, videos and podcasts from Dr. Kameel, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future in the Vision app or at vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.